Today we have a video for you all on a fragrance that we're taking it back a little bit. This, no hype necessary. This, not necessarily the greatest fragrance ever. Just classic and just solid. Let's get into it. But like I said, today we are just taking it back to a simpler time. A time when there wasn't much hype. A time when even fragrance reviewing was a lot easier than, all the dramatics that it is now. This fragrance is not expensive, so it's not necessarily gonna cater to those who are like, oh, if it isn't over $120 and or super niche or privé, I don't want it. Like, just give me clones, bro. Team Dua. And actually, it's Team Alexandria, because Dua is not that good of a brand compared to Alexandria. Alexandria is simply the best because I said so. And we especially cannot forget, what is the meaning behind life? What is the meaning behind fragrance? Where is the beauty behind the madness? I mean, what was the perfumer eating when they thought of creating such a complex and such a different, unique, unaverage? Where does it all come from? What is the purpose? See, this fragrance right here, Lancôme Hypnose, released in 2007, doesn't get involved in any of that. This is simple yet effective. But as I already stated, this fragrance was released in 2007. There's a men's and a women's. Today we are covering the men's version, Lancôme Hypnose. This was a classic fragrance of Fragcom back in the day, like the golden era, as my bro Joey Cannoli would say. That 2009 to 2012-13 period. A lot of people really like this fragrance. This fragrance is somewhat reminiscent of La Nuit de l'Homme even. This is a fougere. This is a fragrance that you're getting an opening of like this citrus bergamot, orangey, slightly orange, not overly orange, with mint, and it has a lot of lavender and cardamom with some patchouli, some musk, some amber. This is just a classic, solid, masculine fragrance. And not that women can't pull this off, but this one is a little bit more masculine. This is the nod to the traditional man. The man who got up, went to work, may have only had 3-4 colognes. This was one of them. Smelled sexy, but not super sexy, like you were trying to get every single person that was walked past you down the street. And it wasn't super performing, it wasn't obnoxiously loud like the 1 Millions and the Lamals, the Look at Me. It just worked. This was a fragrance you can wear year-round, although ideally it does go a little bit better with that early fall, super springtime. Like once it's springtime, definitely bring it out. Summer nights, wear this date night, office, and occasionally maybe guys night out if it was just a couple of rounds at the bar. If you're doing like some sort of club or anything, I wouldn't necessarily make this my first recommendation choice, although I could see why you would still wear it. But all in all, this is just a really solid fragrance for anybody, but especially men who are at least 20 and up. These days, you could find this fragrance for a lot cheaper. About a 50 ml is about $35 if you look around. And you could probably get this 2.5 ounce bottle for about $50, $55, which again, considering what you're getting from the fragrance compared to what the market is offering today with the deep blue sea of 50 shades of blue fragrances, this is different. This is unique. This is unaverage. Box and presentation. So the smaller bottle will basically be this, but about right there. But as you see, Lancôme Hypnose right there in a square. The cap is absolutely unsecured. Do not grab it by the cap, otherwise you'll drop the bottle. Spiral bottle with the sprayer right here. Patch code sticker right there. Black box, Lancôme Hypnose 2.5 ounce. Silver letters. This is Eau de Toilette, no parfum here. Bottle goes in there as such. Hypnose is written all over the box in kind of like different shades of gray, and you know, it just has a whole bunch of stuff saying we are Lancôme, look at Hypnose and buy the bottle and whatever. So there are my unaverage thoughts on Lancôme Hypnose. I really enjoy it. I was given this bottle by a bro of mine. Shout out to you on Instagram, Scott. You know who you are. I appreciate you, bro. I can't thank you enough, because I always needed to get a bottle of this into my collection, and the fact that you were willing to send me a bottle, I appreciate you. I always have, I always will. Does this, you know, necessarily stop time, get the most compliments or anything like that? No, but it doesn't have to. Yes, it does garner compliments. People do find it pleasant. It's an aromatic fougere. It's going to smell nice in the air and people will enjoy it. But all in all, this knows its role and it stays in its lane and it does its job very well and effectively. You know, I mentioned a couple of videos ago that this is kind of like La Nuit de L'Homme light. And it is. You know, you get the cardamom, the lavender, the, you know, just a little bit of citrus, spicy, warm, all of that. But this is different from La Nuit de L'Homme. Number one, it's not as sweet. Also, another fragrance that if you like Calvin Klein's Euphoria, you would fall in line with something like this. You could enjoy something like this. All three fragrances are different enough that they won't be redundant in owning. So this bottle is really cool and you might just want to own it anyways. This is a nod to a simpler time. A time before Euphoria broke out, with all of the men looking for something to wear at the night to bring their ones that they were trying to attract under hypnosis. No pun intended. You tried Lancôme Hypnose. Do you want to try Lancôme Hypnose? You can still scoop it up. I'd advise you to do so, because it is getting a little bit difficult, but still relatively easy to get. So if you want to get it now. Let me know in the comments down below. Let me also know if you've tried it, what other fragrances other than the La Nuits and the Euphorias kind of in your mind smell like this, and I may be willing to check those out too. So thank you all for watching. Until next time, I'll see you all later.